Hello, and welcome to CSC 150. This lecture will serve as something of an introduction to the course, what we'll be covering, going over what is expected of you in this course and how you'll be graded, and what you can expect to learn. So I'd like to start off with this quote from Isaac Asimov, author most famous for his book I, Robot. He said, "The world of AD 2014, which was 6 years ago, but at the time of this lecture recording, will have few routine jobs that cannot be done better by some machine than by any human being. Mankind will therefore have become largely a race of machine tenders. Schools will have to be oriented in this direction. All the high school students will be taught the fundamentals of computer technology, will be proficient in binary arithmetic, and will be trained to perfection in the use of the computer languages that will have developed out of those like the contemporary Fortran." Isaac was a bit off the mark, but he was right in that technology has grown to encompass all of our lives. And computer science is largely related to the development of these new devices, these new technologies. But it's because of that it's easy to forget that computer science is more than just programming. Programming is now and will always be an essential piece and perhaps the most visible piece of computer science, but it's not everything in it. Computer science involves problem solving, the decomposition of problems, algorithmic science, formal logic, discrete mathematics, mathematics of all kinds, really, and so many more things. And this course will provide a bit of insight into that, as well as insight into programming. So, pretty much everything you'll need for this course can be found on this D2L page. The syllabus, which you can find at the homepage, the course homepage for D2L, outlines pretty much everything you'll need to know about how this class is going to function. These lectures will be recorded videos published each week. I will add them onto the playlist that you can find just under the syllabus on D2L. There will be a set of 8 assignments, primarily programming exercises. Dates will be listed in the syllabus. The quizzes, there will be 12 weekly quizzes. They cover the materials found in the lecture and the readings. The readings are from a textbook called Computer Science 1 by an old professor of mine, Dr. Chris Burke, which he has graciously made publicly available for consumption. You can find that on D2L as well. Lecture material will expand on and review these chapters. So let me show you exactly what you can, where you can find all this information. So go to your D2L course. Here you can see some information about me. You can view all the course videos. There aren't any up there now because this is the first one I'm recording, and you can find the syllabus here. You'll also find any news from me down here. So let's have a look at the syllabus. All right, so this is, again, Computer Science 1, CSC 150. The on-campus section is D03, and the online one is DT4, 3 credits at Dakota State University. Somewhat importantly, the last day to drop this course and receive a 100% refund is January 22nd, and the last date to withdraw and earn a grade of W, or withdrawn, is April 6th. Past that, you will either be not able to leave the course, or you will receive a failing grade. The course meeting times, this is the online section, so they'll all be online through D2L. You can expect these lectures to go up typically on Monday. This week is a little bit weird in that this course didn't actually exist on Monday, so that's why this video is a bit later. I am once again Professor Quentin Covert. My office is in East Hall 007. You can find my phone number and my email address here. I have office hours on Wednesday and Friday from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m., or you can schedule an appointment with me through my email or my phone number. There are no prerequisites for this course. This is an introduction course. The textbook, again, is Computer Science 1. I've left a link to that on D2L. Here you'll find a link to the DSU knowledge base, which contains a bunch of different tutorials and links for use of DSU technologies. So your DSU account, academic tools and resources, software, network access, the emergency alert system, all that kind of good stuff you can find there. There are also some user guides, tutorials, and tips for using D2L that you can find on this link here. So there'll be a set of labs, lectures, notes, the textbook, email, discussion, and student presentations. I'll serve as a mentor and guide. You are responsible for keeping up with the course materials. With our online course especially, it's really easy to start falling behind. It's really easy to procrastinate when you don't meet with your professor and your other students on a bi-weekly basis. So I want to emphasize that you are responsible for keeping up with all of these course materials. You are responsible to watch D2L for any due dates and times. Attendance will be taken for the above listed requirements. I, in my instructor shell, can see who has and has not watched this video. Late work will not be accepted. I do not tolerate late work of any kind. If you feel that you don't have enough time to complete an assignment because maybe there's a family emergency or a bout of sickness, please contact me before the due date so that I can discuss an extension with you. You'll find a lot of the material is copy-pasted for these courses. The accessibility statement and the academic honesty statements typically are like that. Dakota State University strives to ensure that public physical resources as well as information and communication technologies are accessible to users in order to provide equal access to all. If you encounter any accessibility issues, please immediately contact both me and the ADA office, which will work to resolve the issues as quickly as possible. You can find the information on how to find them in this paragraph. Cheating and other forms of academic dishonesty run contrary to the purpose of higher education as a whole. I will not tolerate that in this course. Please be advised that when I suspect plagiarism, the internet and other standard means of plagiarism detection will be used to resolve my concerns. D2L actually has a built-in plagiarism detector that will help tip me off to it. So all forms of academic dishonesty will result in a failing grade for the assignment and may result in failing the course. I have caught some students plagiarizing before. It's really unfortunate, but I have experienced this in the past, and I will not hesitate to use this right of failing those who plagiarize. So please keep that in mind. Again, this is my email. Do not use D2L mail. Neither I nor any professor I have ever met at DSU, nor any student I have ever met at DSU has been a fan of D2L mail or has ever actually used it. So don't even bother. You will receive an email within 24 hours of initial contact. This will be longer over weekends and holidays. If you don't receive an email within 24 hours, please shoot me another email because I might have just missed it. You can expect feedback on your assignments within 1 week of submission. There aren't any really longer papers in this course, so you can expect that for about all of them. There are 3 ways that I'll be grading you in this course. The first one are assignments. There are 8 sets of assignment questions. Each assignment is worth 20 points, total of 160, short answer and programming questions for the most part. All assignments will open Monday at 8 a.m. on the week that I will make them available and close Sunday at 10 p.m. The assignments will not be visible until the open date and will not be opened after the close date. The other primary form I'll be using are quizzes. There are 12 quizzes, one for each of the topics that we're covering. They're objective in nature, with each quiz being worth 20 points, total 240. They're open book, open note. They're taken through D2L. They've been developed to persuade you to read the required readings. They'll be based on those required readings. All quizzes will be made open for completion on the Monday of each quiz week, as listed in the schedule I'll be going over in a minute, with close dates being the following Sunday at 10 p.m., just like the homework assignments. The grades are calculated immediately after submission. There will be a final examination, one cumulative one at the end of this semester, worth 200 points, given in the same style as the quizzes. Open book, open note, taken over the course of a finals week online. And it will basically be a very large quiz. It's a quiz with that is worth 10 times as much as a normal quiz, essentially. There are 600 points in the course, if you've added up the previous three. And here you can see the breakdown of how many points you'll need to get each kind of grade in this course. So from A to F, here are the different grading scales. This is the tentative schedule of our topics. So this week, because it's a bit weird, we'll only be doing the introduction preface. Please introduce yourself on the discussion board. Most of you have already, but a few of you haven't quite yet. There's no quiz and no assignment this week. Next week, we'll be starting with the actual material. So we'll be reading chapters 1, 2, and 15. There'll be a quiz over that, but no assignment. My lectures will expand on those chapters. The week after that, there will be an assignment. We'll cover chapters 3 and 16, quiz 2, and et cetera, et cetera. You can find the different times that everything is due here. I have scheduled a makeup week. If we do fall behind, that week can be used to catch up on certain topics we didn't have enough time to cover, or the review week could be expanded to fill that makeup week as well. And finally, we'll have the final exam period. So that is the syllabus. Let's look at D2L for a minute. So on D2L, sorry about that. On D2, so with this recording software, I had mentioned in the syllabus that I would upload things to D2L. Unfortunately, the computer that I typically use for those is not available to me at the moment, so I'm forced to stop this video right here. I will create a second one that goes over D2L and finishes out this lecture. Please watch that video as soon as possible. Thank you.